I said, I don't even know what that means, but it sounds really rad and I'm down.
They're dubbed the Sky Queens, and they're about to embark on an air race from Alabama to Spokane against 40 other all-women teams. We'll introduce you to them tonight.
Sunshine is back in the forecast, and as we head into the weekend, we're talking some serious warmth.
We used a chlorine sensor to make sure that it was safe in the air.
A local transfer station forced to abruptly close today after mysterious gas started leaking from the back of a patron's pickup. What we know about the situation. Good evening and thank you for joining us for the KREM 2 Night Report. I'm Mark Hanrahan. We start tonight with a look at the forecast. A bit of weather whiplash continuing tonight. Let's get outside right now to Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo. Jeremy, noticeably cooler today, but warmer weather is again on the horizon.
Oh, it is. We just have to wait a day. It's not even a day, it's tomorrow. Temperatures still on the mild side, not quite as warm as we were at this time last night, but we're still sitting pretty close to 60 just about everywhere, and that comes thanks to a little bit of cloud cover and a little bit of wind. Wind is dying down quite quickly. It's a light breeze out here, and gusts around 17 miles per hour are enough to just go, okay, it's still not calm. That's it. A couple of stray showers up in northeastern Washington and the far reaches of North Idaho, and one lone cell just north of Interstate 90. That's the extent of it. We are heading into a much calmer pattern as soon as we clear that out. Tomorrow brings the return of sunshine and calm winds. 79 degrees is where we top out. Saturday, a whopping 87. Saturday winds up every bit as hot as our day yesterday. It also just winds up a little bit breezier. 74 on Sunday, and as things cool down Sunday, we'll eventually look at a chance of rain, but the weekend is looking perfect.
Sounds good to me. Jeremy, thank you very much. We'll check back in with you later in the show. Meantime, new tonight, the entire province of Manitoba is in a state of emergency tonight as wildfires continue to rage. Close to 20,000 Canadians have been forced to evacuate as more than 20 active fires have burned a staggering 150,000 acres. Officials say firefighters from across Canada are helping to fight the flames. Here in the States, the smoke traveled as far as Chicago, which clocked a 200 AQI just this afternoon. New tonight, the State Department of Fish and Wildlife has a warning for anglers. The agency says more people are getting false information about water and beach closures from AI. The agency is reminding those trying to enjoy the water to check their website ahead of time for the most accurate guidance. Well, tonight a chemical reaction closed the Northside transfer station unexpectedly. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but questions about what caused it all remain. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy tells us what we know so far.
The transfer station closed hours before it was supposed to, and community members like that one right there were met with a closed gate after a community member was unloading some trash and had some chemicals in that caused a reaction. Too many cars to count made their way to the North Side transfer station on Thursday, only to find out it was unexpectedly closed. It's a problem for Stephanie Graybeal, who's in the process of moving.
I was going to go back and load up some things I did want to take to my place, and I can't now because my car is filled with stuff that I can't dump.
This afternoon, the transfer station quickly closed after Spokane County officials say something in the back of a person's truck started releasing what they described as white gas as they were unloading their trash. The transfer station evacuated, firefighters responded, and soon after, the State Department of Ecology stepped in to make sure the chemical reaction wasn't harmful.
We did go out and monitor the situation. We used a chlorine sensor to make sure that it was safe in the air.
Stephanie May with the Department of Ecology says the chlorine sensor detected a significantly small amount of chlorine in the air at 0.1 parts per million, but found no other signs of hazardous material. As a result, firefighters say the transfer center will be back open tomorrow. Good news for customers like Graybeal, who says she's always mindful about what she's dropping off.
I'm always really careful. Like I had always heard that with TVs, you can't just dump them because of lead and different things. So I always ask.
Right now, it's unclear what those chemicals were and who's responsible for the evacuation. Graybeal hopes things go smoother during her next visit, but if there is another issue, she hopes communication between the community and the station improves.
When you try and call to get information, nobody answers the phone, or they don't have a recording that's saying it's closed today, call back for further notice. That would be helpful and save people from making wasted trips, I think.
Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
And now to our night beat with a quick look at the day's top stories. One man is in custody tonight following a SWAT standoff near Shadle Park High School early this morning. According to police, it happened around 4:30 this morning near West Rockwell Avenue and North Nettleton Street. Police say a car pulled up in front of the home and started shooting back and forth with someone in the house. After a brief SWAT standoff, 23-year-old Stephen Davis was arrested for unlawful possession of a firearm and second-degree assault. Police say the person inside the car was also detained. If you have any information, you are asked to call Crime Check tonight. Meantime, the suspect accused of shooting and killing a man at a North Spokane Maverick faced a judge today. 18-year-old Quentin Hutchison now faces one count of second-degree murder and drive-by shooting. Hutchison allegedly shot and killed 24-year-old Timothy Allen Jr. and left another man critically injured. Police say this is a gang-related shooting. The judge set Hutchison's bond at $1 million. He is expected back in court coming up on June 10th. And 21-year-old William Baldwin also faced a Spokane judge today. He is accused of shooting and killing 24-year-old Hassani Vida near the Amazon facility in the West Plains last month. Baldwin is charged with second-degree murder and possession of a firearm. He's being held on $1 million bond. He's due back in court on June 10th. And that was your night beat. For more information on any of these stories, just head to our website. That's KREM.com. Well, tonight the Seattle Kraken named their new head coach. Seattle announcing they are hiring former New York Islanders head coach Lane Lambert for the position. Lambert coached the Islanders for roughly a year and a half, leading them to the playoffs back in 2023. For more information on Lambert's background, just head to our website. That's KREM.com. All right, don't go to bed just yet. Almost 5 years since the Babb Road fire ripped through the town of Malden, a new sense of community restored. But first, a pair of Spokane pilots getting set for a cross-country race. Meet the Sky Queens coming up in 90 seconds.